Anna. I hope you can hear me okay. So this is the problem that you showed me you were struggling on, which is actually the challenge number 4 on our lesson that we didn't get to finish today. The homework is something else, which is the lesson practice. Now I will show you where that is or what it looks like after I do this with you. So looking at this, I know that it would be nice if I had a translation, but unfortunately I'm only going to use rotation and reflection. So my first thought is I'm going to rotate it so that this pre-image is closer to the image. So my thought is I know I have to rotate it 180 degrees. In this case, it doesn't matter if we rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise because at 180 degrees, it's going to end up in the same place anyway. Now, I'm also going to keep my rotation point in the same place as it already is right now, and we can kind of mess around with it and see what it does if we move it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it there and see where that puts me. Okay, so now I know, well, I need to have a reflection. So I'm going to actually press reflect, and I'm going to see what happens when I reflect it on this diagonal line. Okay, I'm going to see what happens. Okay, not quite what I needed it to do. So I changed my mind. Maybe we can try it this way. Nope, that's not going to work. So what I need to do is I'm just going to first reflect it on a straight line and see what that does. Perfect. Now I'm going to do one more reflection. And I know that we talked in class today that the challenge was to try to do it in 2 moves or less. But it's okay if you can do it in 3, right? It's okay if it takes you 4, as long as you get it done, right? You're practicing, you're playing around with the tools. Let's try again and see what else we can do. So I am going to start here. I want to see what happens if I rotate it 180 degrees clockwise. Okay, same thing. So it's in the same placement. What if we change our rotation point? Let's see what that does. Took us farther away, and then if we move it here, what does that do? Oh wow, that gets us like right on top of it. So I wonder what happens if we reflect it this way now. Okay, so we'd still have to do 2 reflections even if we did it that way, and I know I have to do a vertical one because I already did a horizontal one. Okay, so 2 ways to solve it so far is still with 3 moves, 1 rotation, 2 reflections. I just want to see if we can try to get it in less than that, in less than 3 moves. If I rotate it and we had it be like right here, oops, I forgot to change it to 180 degrees. Okay, so that's not going to work because then even if I reflect it, I'm going to have to translate it, I think. Pretty sure, anyway. So interesting that that's what it does on a diagonal line. Don't you think so? What if we... Yep, that's not going to work. So we need to rotate it a little bit more. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to move this way. Do that. Okay, so we've done that. Now, again, we have to just reflect it. I don't think we're going to be able to get it in less than 2 moves, or less than 3 moves in this case, because I can't get it in less than 3 moves. So that's what I'm doing. I wonder if you can find a different way to get it. Let's see if we reflect first. So we know that we're going to have to reflect this way. Whoa, look at that. What if we reflect one more time? So we reflected, we'd have to reflect vertical. Hey, look at that. We got it in 2 moves this time. So there you go. We totally can do it in 2 moves. We were overthinking it the first time. So I'm going to stop there. I want you to see if you can try it a different way, and if you can, let me know. Otherwise, test those out and see if they work for you. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Before we leave, I want to just show you the homework and make sure that you know that that's the lesson and then go into the lesson practice. Now, your screen looks different than mine because you're the student. So for me, it looks like I can see everyone, right? So I'm going to go here. Okay, this is going to be what your actual homework looks like, okay? So this is the first slide, and it just gives you the vocabulary words that we talked about today, clockwise and counterclockwise, as well as what we're working on, which is a sequence of transformations. Okay, so that's what we're working on right now. Now, your homework is going to have, I think, maybe 8 problems on it, and all of them are going to be pretty similar to this. So you're describing what the figure does. You can say the pre-image, in this case, I'm not going to tell you everything that it does, but I know that it's going to have to translate at least 2 units to the right. So I could say the pre-image translates 2 units to the right. Then it ... You tell me what it does after that, okay? So you'll go through and then you'll press submit. I'm not going to, but you will. And then you'll go through and answer all the rest of the questions, okay? Perfect. This one, there's been a few students who are a little bit confused about it, so I want you to really look at it and try to solve it, okay? And it's hard when you can't really move things around, but you can totally draw it out again, okay? And then this one too. Some people have struggled with this one, all right? So pay attention to each of these and read them very carefully. And then lastly, here's our spiral review of addition and subtraction with positive and negative numbers. And then your reflection. How did you feel about this lesson? And then what is something you might be questioning, or what are you proud of? And then, of course, if you have any other issues or questions, just email me and we can do another one of these, okay? All right. Thanks so much.